ever used an AI and just thought, whoa, that's basically magic? Well, you're definitely not alone. It's powerful, it's everywhere. But what's actually going on inside the machine? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal the surprisingly simple idea at the heart of it all. I mean, the science fiction legend Arthur C. Clarke totally nailed it, didn't he? When you ask an AI to write a song or create an image out of thin air, the result feels instantaneous, almost magical. It's an experience a lot of us have had, and it makes complete sense.
So what is the trick behind the magic? You know, like any great illusion, once you understand the method, it all starts to make sense. It's less about sorcery and way more about a very, very clever system. So let's dive into the most fundamental concept. To really get your head around modern AI, it helps to just set aside the idea of a thinking machine for a second. Instead, let's reframe it. Think of the AI you talk to, especially these large language models, as a highly sophisticated prediction machine. At its absolute core, a large language model is really just doing one thing. It's predicting the next most likely word in a sentence. It's a lot like the autocomplete on your phone's keyboard trying to guess what you're going to type next, just on an unbelievably massive scale. And when I say massive, I mean it. To learn how to make these predictions, a model like this was trained on a dataset of around 300 billion words. That's from a huge portion of the public internet. Now, it hasn't learned facts like a human does. Instead, it's just statistically analyzed all the patterns and relationships between all of those words.
So how does that all turn into a coherent answer to your question? Well, first, it analyzes your prompts to get the context. Then, based on all its training, it just predicts the most probable first word for a response. It generates that word, adds it to the sequence, and then predicts the next most probable word. It just repeats this word by word by word, often with a tiny bit of randomness thrown in to sound more natural, until it's built a complete answer.
And this whole process, just predicting the next most likely word, this reveals the most important thing to understand about these systems. Its entire goal is to create something that sounds plausible, not something that is factually true. And that distinction is absolutely critical. This really gets to the heart of it. The AI has no concept of truth or facts or understanding. It is a powerful pattern matching engine that just arranges words in the most statistically probable order. So, it's more like a highly advanced parrot than a wise oracle. Here's a really useful way to think about the difference. When you use a search engine, its job is to find and rank existing web pages. It finds what's already out there. But a language model, on the other hand, creates brand new text. It's not finding a true answer, it's generating a probable one. This leads us straight to a term you've probably heard thrown around: hallucination. It's not a bug or a glitch in the system. An AI hallucination is the natural, expected result when the machine's most plausible sounding path just happens to be factually wrong. It confidently makes stuff up simply because the statistical pattern suggested that's what should come next. So the crucial takeaway is this: we are dealing with a powerful new kind of tool, not a new kind of mind. And like any tool, knowing exactly what it's designed to do is the key to using it well and using it safely. Okay, let's look at a super practical example. Let's say you ask, what is the average life expectancy of a cat? Google, the search engine, gives you a list of vet websites and articles to check out. Wolfram Alpha, a computational engine, it just calculates and gives you a hard number. But ChatGPT, the language model, writes a helpful conversational paragraph about it. See? 3 different tools, 3 different functions, and 3 totally different kinds of answers. So the single most important thing to remember is this: an AI language model is an incredible tool for brainstorming, for summarizing, and for generating text. It's a world-class pattern matcher. What it is not, however, is a reliable source of verified truth. If accuracy really matters, you always have to verify its answers. So there you have it, the magic trick is revealed. We're not dealing with a thinking being, but a super powerful, probabilistic machine that just strings words together. Understanding that difference is the key to unlocking its incredible potential while steering clear of its pitfalls. So the real question now is, knowing how it works, how will you use the magic?